In this video, I'm going to show you some OTK lines that you can use with the LYRILUSC OTK deck for the King of the Island monster type festival going on in Master Duel. And this deck, it can be free to play, but if you do have the Recital Starlings, it makes it so that you don't even need equip spells actually to OTK sometimes. And it does increase the consistency of the deck quite a bit. So I would recommend that you do craft them or just open some packs and hopefully get them. This hand is absolutely insane because we have the Jack in the hand as an extender. We have so many ways to increase the consistency of this deck in this event, and given the lower overall power level of the event, it's fairly easy to just get what you need. And you will still brick without a doubt because that's just the RNG of the game, but it's going to be like few and far between. Now, usually a smart opponent would take the Turquoise Warbler, so we're going to pretend that they took that and we're going to be forced to take the Cobalt Sparrow. So I'm like, oh no, I can't play the way I normally would because I have an OTK hand, but I don't have the Warbler starter, so that's not the greatest. So we're going to have to be forced to summon the Barrel Canary, and then we're going to be able to use the Sapphire Swallow effect to special summon out the Cobalt Sparrow. Now, Cobalt Sparrow is likely the card you want to use in certain scenarios with the Assembled Nightingale, because when this is an Xyz material, or the Assembled Nightingale is summoned with it as an Xyz material, your opponent cannot target it with card effects. So if they have an Imperm or a monster effect that could stop the Assembled Nightingale if you couldn't clear it out, or you're worried about a back row trap or something, you make this with the Assembled Nightingale and they can't target it, right? So it's super strong. Anyways, when we summon the Cobalt Sparrow, we're going to be able to grab a card from the deck to the hand. We've already used Sapphire Swallow. This is our normal extender. So we're actually going to be forced to take another Barrel Canary here, and we're going to take back in the graveyard whatever we detach. So with the Xyz material, the first set, we can go straight into Assembled Nightingale, equip these spells, and win the game. So I hope you can see that. Like, you don't need the ultra rare Recital. But let's pretend that, you don't have all of these equip spells. What else can you actually do here? So we're going to go ahead and use the Recital Starling, and we're actually going to use the Barrel Canary and the Cobalt Sparrow. Okay, this gets summoned. It's not targetable. We're going to use the effect to actually increase the attack. Normally, we'd want to use target one of our opponent's monsters, but we can't. So I think you normally could, but in this instance, we can't. Target one face-up monster on the field. Yeah, I don't know why we couldn't target our opponent's monster there. There must have been a reason, I just didn't catch it. Regardless though, it's totally fine. We're going to then detach the Cobalt Sparrow so that we can bring it back with the Barrel Canary. And we can grab anything, like you can grab follow-up for next turn if you think there might be one, but there won't be. We're going to use Barrel Canary here and bring out the Cobalt Sparrow. Okay. And then with this, we're going to go into the Assembled Nightingale. Now, we don't have another material in the grave, which, the Sapphire Swallow would be able to attach, which would have been nice. But it's fine. We're going to go with all three. Actually, yeah, we have to now because we've already committed. You could go into another Recital, but there's nothing you can extend with really. So in this scenario here, we've got three materials, and if you have just like two equip spells, like can you even do it with one? Because this will do 17, 18, 18, 18. You're just slightly shy. So in this scenario, if you don't have the fourth material, you will need the one additional spell. But like, this is game in and of itself, right? Like just two spells and on the assembled. But let's say like you needed to do this, you could also do it this way. You both take the damage. Or you can attack the defense position monster and keep your Recital as well. But if you're able to boost their monster, you could increase it by 600 and they take even more damage. If I was able to increase their monster by 600, I think I would have had game. Oh, whoops, I don't want to do that, but too late. Now I don't think I OTK. Make sure you attack directly. Oh no, we still OTK. Okay, yeah, this deck is pretty decent. But let's go ahead and take a look at another round of what a hand might look like. All right, let's see what kind of hand we get dealt. Of course, we're always going to be wanting to select going second. This hand is actually insane. We have the Dodge of Disruption, we have an extender, we've got the perfect starter. So this is not the hand I really wanted to showcase because this is pretty straightforward, but I guess we can just speed through this. I need to do the solo challenge anyways for the 40 gems. So let's, oh my gosh, and we draw Cobalt Sparrow this game. This is just like, if you get a hand like this, like you just win the game pretty much. Unless the opponent has like a million negates. And the nice thing is you don't even care about max C because yeah, you're just going to OTK them, so nothing they're going to draw is going to be usable. If they had Imperm or Droplet or something, you have Swallow's Nest to dodge, right? Well, against Droplet, if they discard a spell, you can't use the Swallow, but yeah, it is what it is. Anyways, off of Cobalt here, we have, I don't even know what we want to use here because we got so many options. I guess we can grab the extender in the Sapphire Swallow here. Then we're going to use Where Art Thou, and we're actually going to go ahead and grab, like, yeah, I guess we might as well, right? Grab the Wagtail. And now if you needed a free special summon, like if you wanted to special summon the Wagtail to get the effect, you can also just use Swallow's Nest for that. Like it's so good when you have these extenders in your hand because you have so many different options to use, and like ways to extend your combo and or play through disruption. Off of this card, we're actually going to go ahead and grab Sanctuary since we don't need the bird call really. We're going to go ahead and activate Sanctuary here. And now we're going to go ahead and go into the Recital Starling. We're going to use Warbler and Sapphire. And there's a reason we do this. Mainly because we're going to reattach the Sapphire. We're going to boost the attack of the opponent's monster. Activate the effect, detach the Sapphire. And again, just like free real estate here at this point, right? Like what, like pick your, like you already got the barrel, but you could search for that. So we're going to search for this instead. Like I can't even because there would be too many materials on board. Like this is insane. Yeah, I shouldn't have searched for that, by the way. That was not the right play. But regardless, just to show you just how like crazy this is. Like, what do you want to bring out? Pick anything you want. Like, it doesn't matter. Sure, why not? And then you know what? Let's just have some fun. Tribute for an effect we're never going to use, just so we can normal or special the other one in our hand. And then, yeah, this hand is just broken. Like, now you can't be targeted because you're using Cobalt Sparrow. You're going to be able to attach a material because of Sapphire Swallow. And if you didn't need to attach, yeah, I should have just sent something else, but it's fine. If I didn't need to attach that, I can also just attach it from the graveyard with its own effect. You don't want to use this quick effect here to detach to make it indestructible by battling card effects, because you want to be able to chain that effect if your opponent does target it with something that would destroy it. But I'm just doing this to show you can detach it and then reattach it. And you have 5 direct attacks at 1200 each. You're about to get even more because with Bird Sanctuary, well, first I guess you can draw a card for free. Why not? Then you can absorb the monster, and sometimes you don't want to do that because you want to use this to crash and get the extra damage. But in this case, we'll do it just to show, like, this is one of the ways that you can extend. So the monster to be Xyz material will always be the non-assembled Nightingale. And 1600 times 7, does anybody know what that is? I don't know off the top of my head. 6 times 7 is 42, right? Let's see. Do we even need the Axe of Despair in this scenario? Wait, what? 1600 times 7 is 11,000 damage? We don't even need the Axe of Despair. 1. No! Of course. 2. We're indestructible by battle and card effect, and we take no battle damage because we use the quick effect. So we did 3, 4, 5. I'm the king of misplays, huh? 6. We still had a spare attack even though we wasted one. We didn't even need an equip spell. And there's a perfect example. Like, I mean, you need a pretty good hand to do it, but with the Recital Starling, you could just not draw any equip spells and you can still, like, attack directly in OTK, which is insane. Okay, hopefully we get a bad hand here. Okay, this is not a good, well, I mean, we drew, okay, this is actually a good hand. Sorry guys, this is a good hand, so let's see if we get like a poor hand, because I have like the one of starter, right? I have the one of bird call, and then I use bird call, I grab turquoise, and then I special summon that in cobalt, and I just extend for days. Super easy. Okay, this is an average hand. This is not a good hand because you don't have a good starter, but you do have Swallow's Nest. So yeah, this is a playable hand, and you do have a board breaker, which is good. So again, just pretend we had to play this Lightning Storm to clear out back row or monsters that would interrupt us or something. Oh, we draw a Wagtail. That's actually not great. We're gonna go ahead and normal summon the barrel, activate the effect of Swallow here, and we're actually gonna go ahead and bring out Wagtail. Kind of sucks that we drew it, but with Wagtail being special summoned, you're gonna now be able to search for the Bird Call. Okay, and again, you clear out the Imperm with the Lightning Storm to start off, right? You're gonna use Bird Call here to grab Swallow, and then add it to your hand, and then choose to special summon the Cobalt. You usually never use this effect, but we're gonna use it here. Okay, Cobalt is gonna now be able to search, and you can search for like any extender really. I mean, I guess we can just grab this for no reason. Activate Swallow effect. Special summon Warbler. Okay, special summon itself out. With this being special summoned, you can then target the barrel in your graveyard. And I mean, with this setup, 5 times 1,000 times 12, untargetable. I don't think it's enough just yet, with no equip spell. So what do we need to do here? Let's think. We could just go into these other cards, right, and play the long game. But let's try this. We're going to go into Recital Starling. Recital Starling effect, increase the attack of the opponent's monster. Activate the effect here and detach this. Grab to our hand. Swallow. Special summon the Swallow. There's no way to get, there is a way to get another material. So assuming we don't need the untargetable effect, we can tribute off the Cobalt and just bring out, I guess, another barrel to boost attack. So this is without Bird Sanctuary. And you're going to use Sapphire now to attach Cobalt. You will not gain the effect to be untargetable because it was not Xyz summoned with it. Then you're going to use Wagtail effect to just attach itself. And this is 6 times 6 is 36. This is 9,600 damage, right? Just with the LYRILUSC Assemble Nightingale without any equip spells. Okay, 1. You have 6 attacks, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and on the 5th attack, we would win the game, but even if you didn't have enough damage, say you only had 4 materials, you just swing this into, and then you KO them. So you have the extra damage off the Recital if you play Recital. So there's 2 instances of where you didn't even need equip spells to win the game. And again, you had board breakers to clear out the back row. Hopefully you weren't interrupted. But if you did need untargetability, you would use the Cobalt Barrel to Xyz summon. So you can see the different like lines you have with this system in order to like play around what the opponent has. And in a lower powered format, you're likely not going to run into a lot of interruption aside from Imperm. And you know, you don't care about Max C because you intend to win the game on turn 2. If you don't win the game on turn 2, you probably lose anyways. And like I said, it's just a fast deck to use. So you either just win the game fast or you lose the game fast. And that is going to wrap it up for this video. I guess we can end it on a pack opening, a very sad pack opening most likely, because all of my pack openings are pretty sad. On the last ticket for the special ticket events, of course, no glow, no cards, nothing of use. Anyways, that's gonna wrap it up. Thank you again for watching. Quantum is out.